base, which has to be today's tomorrow. Okay? Initially, they said an almona could only collect from the assets of the Yisum. She had to take an oath that she didn't take anything from their nechosim. Nimul mashbiyah, they stopped being mashbiyah. Right? Nimul mashbiyah. So if that's the case, she couldn't collect the ksuba. She had to take a neder that, if in fact she benefited from the yisomim she took illegally, she can't benefit from whatever may be. Meaning they said, if you took, then you can't benefit from food or whatever it may be. The goyvik subas, then she could collect. Because if she did, then the neder is immediately in effect. Edim chosma gebni tikkun olam. Edim they son and gebni tikkun olam, because if they Edim they go to Medina Sayyam. How do you prove that they actually, this is going according to Rebbe Lozer. Hillel, he skinned Prusbol, they tikkun olam. Hillel enacted Prusbol. Ma'ir almona afil kol amenami. Why only a widow? Right? Everybody, why are we speaking? It says initially the almona will collect with a shvua. Then they stopped, so she couldn't collect. So in every single case, it says that you can only collect from Nichsei Yisomim, only with a shvua. Almona certainly. So what's the chiddush almona? You may think because she has to find favor in people, she has to have assets, otherwise she's not going to remarry, so therefore there'd be a special dispensation that she should have to swear. She has to swear like everybody has to swear. She's no different than anybody else. Initially, but they did stop imposing the shvur, so if that was the case, she didn't get the ksuba. My time, what's the problem?
The problem is that she married with the force of the kedubah. She had the kedushin and the kedubah under the chuppah. So now they're saying she can't collect it. So isn't that sheker? She married.
She could, but she may have taken from the Nichsei Yisomim. Right? She may have taken the Nichsei Yisomim. Except that you collected it already. Right? So we say swear, but then they stopped imposing the oaths, and she didn't get the ksuba.
Right.
Because there's a chance maybe she took. Okay. So maybe there'd be a special dispensation, let her take without the shvur. I don't understand what's wrong.
No, I mean, it's a hard thing. She marries with it. So you would say, I've married with the kedubah.
No, that's only for the Yisomim. The husband gives the ksuba. This is only the Yisomim. This is from the orphans.
Okay.
The husband died. She's a widow.
All right, so she would say, okay.
Nimnu Mlashbiyah, my time, what's the reason? Ilay Mishum Rav Kano, Vamri Lo, Rav Yudom, Rav Maisbo, the Mechod, Bishnei Batzoris. There was a story with a person during years, it was like famine years. Shivkedina Zovet Salmono. He left a golden coin with an almona, Vinichoso, Bikikor, Bekachel Kemach. She put it in a barrel of flour, of also bepas, Nostos Looni, and mistakenly she gave it to a poor man, Liyom Bo Baladino, Vomalo. Hopefully, Dinori should give me back my coin. Omar law, Yehena Samamovis. Wait, the Echad Nibaner Shlos Isha and Nesabi Dinorach Klum. He says, let Samamovis should go into one of her children if she benefited from that coin. Omar lo Yom Water Why? Because what happened? Because factually, the amount of what's his name? A flour where the coin went. She didn't give that amount of flour, so she benefited. She gave the only less flour, but as a result of this inadvertent shvur, she took an oath, right? Because of that, what she said, her child died. Here she swore truthfully. She didn't know what she did wrong. We take a chance. What happens if the woman swears falsely? The consequence. My time Yancho. So why? The Shtarshi Lo Mokum Dino. She benefited the flour which the Dina took up that place. She's not being punished because she took the Dina. Because she benefited from the flour that she saved where the Dina was. That was a benefit. So even a grusha. So why only an almona they said she can't swear? What about a person divorced? An almona she shouldn't, because she made aloma rabzerim shul shana almona ava grusha mashbinosa almona shiny to be hanod to go torcha kami di asmi, because a grusha will not in any way justify taking the money. But in Almana, she's raising
The kids.
She's raising the children. Shiny al bahia no the torcha kami asmi ashla ruya she'll justify taking. I have a right. She'll put her hand in the till. Therefore, because of that justification, she may swear because she feels I didn't take the ksuba. I had a right to take what I took. Amr Reb Yehuda, Amr Reb Yirmi, Barabba, Amr Reb Shmuel, the Amrik. Amr Reb Yirmi, Amr Reb Yehuda, Amr Reb Yirmi, Barabba. Rab Shmuel, Damri Tavai, Lo Shadel beBezdin. Only Bezdin did not mashbiar. Ava chutz leBezdin, mashbiar also. But outside of Bezdin, she does take the shvur. 1 second. Shvur sadaim shel Torah, because when you swear in Bezdin, that's a Torah. Not going to say for Torah biyodei. She holds a sefer Torah, tefillin. Shilo b'shem o b'kinu. You swear to Shem Hashem. Ba'olcha meruba. Therefore, in Bezdin, the punishment is very severe. Chutz leBezdin shvur derabonon b'klol v'or. It's only rabbinic shvur. And it's only a klola, v'nokla bidi, shida, vein ochakol. Therefore, the punishment is not so serious. So they said over there, Rabbi Shmuel, when does she swear? That's only the Bezdin. Chutz leBezdin, she would swear, because the seriousness is not as. The Morzini, Rav lo magvi ksuba la mosa. Rav said an almona cannot collect the ksuba. I let her swear outside of Bezdin, right? She should collect. Kasha doesn't answer it. There you go. Okay. The Surah Masni Hochi. In Surah, that was that vision. When do we say Dalmona does it swear? That's only Bezdin Chutz leBezdin Mashbiin also. Rav Amar, Rav holds personally, I feel Chutz leBezdin Nami lo Mashbiin also. Rav Letame, the Rav lo Magvi Ksubas Lam also, he doesn't. He did not have. So there's a question, Lajro, Likvi, what the Mishnah says, Rabbi Li was masaking, she makes a neder. Why did one Rav allow an almona to collect the ksuba? He should have made a neder. The Mishnah says that was the Talkun of Rav Gamliel. Mor says Lajro, Likvi, Vishnei the Rav, Kili Nidri. Hear this? In days of Rav, people took the very lightly. So that wouldn't have been an indication of what? It wouldn't have proved anything. Hear what's going on over here. A woman, she raises the orphans of her husband, her children are orphan. So before she collects the soup, normally she would have to swear. They said we don't want her to swear because we're afraid she may rationalize and justify that she took money because she raised his kids. So she'll say she didn't collect the ksuba. And the liability for taking a false oath is very serious. So we're not going to impose the shua on the woman. So we said she didn't collect. She wouldn't let her collect because he had to collect because there was a chance she may have taken. So it says Ramliel legislated, but she should make a neder. The orphan said to you, if you collected, you took from us illegally, we want you to make a neder that such and such is off limits to you. So therefore, if she didn't collect, take from theirs. So it's not off limits. We did. So the consequence of taking is more serious than the taking. Okay. So this woman comes before Rafuna, and he said to her, what am I supposed to do? She wanted to collect subah, so shvur we're not going to give her. We're not going to impose the oath. Neder we're not going to take because people take the Nedarim lightly. So therefore it's not an indication of anything. He says, Ma'avad loch. The Rav lo makvi ksuba. Lama, so Rav doesn't allow the almona to take. Omra lei midi hu taima elo dilma nakidno midi b'ksuboso. He says, what's the reason? Because maybe the woman had taken already something on behalf of the ksuba. She collected already. Says Chayeshem tzvados imnenesi miksubosi klum. So she took the oath. Here we did. So she said she took it already. Omra Funa Moda Rabba Kofetzes. He says, but Rabba agrees. But if she actually took the oath, we're going to give it to her. We don't want to impose the oath because she may lie. But let's say she didn't take the oath. She took it already. She took it. We're going to give it. That's because she jumps. She preempted the Bezdin. Omra Funa Moda Rabba Kofetzes. Haidos lekami the Rabba Barafuna Omra May Avid Loch. This woman comes to Rabbi and says, what am I supposed to do? She wanted to collect the ksuba. The Rav lo magvi lo ksuba la moso. Rav doesn't allow the almona to collect the ksuba. Vaba mori lo magvi ksuba la moso. Omra lei havli mizoni. Says, don't pay the but at least, okay? Because if once the woman collects the ksuba, she's not supported any longer by the estate. But if you're not giving ksuba, pay me the, what's his name? Pay me support. Because the state has to support her. Omar lebezod nami lesloch. He says, I can't give you that either. You know why? The moment you come to ask for your ksuba, that means you're detaching from your husband. So if that's the case, you lose out on both levels. You can't collect because you don't take an oath. And now that you came and you asked for it, you forfeited the mazonos. Omar lo afchua lekursei kebeitrei, afchua lekursei kebeitrei avdelei, afchua lekursei v'tirtzua. What is this? He says, 1 second. Rega. Hafchu kisov zakfu kedei shetzkaim haklolo bekach pamachas hafchu kursei tishbal geduloso. 1 second. Hafchu kiso v'zakfu. Turn over the air. Kedei shetzkaim haklolo bekach pamachas hafchu lekursei tishbal geduloso.
The chair.
No, wait a second. Omra le hafchu lekursei kebeitrei. Avduli. Hear this? He said, she cursed him. She cursed, what's his name? She cursed Rav Yudam Shmuel. Yeah? So he went and he turned over his chair. Even though he did something to try to dispel the curse, he was affected. He was actually weakened. He was weakened because of her curse. Because she cursed him. Rashi says, factually became ill from it, from the curse. Omale reviewed Rav Yirmiyah biro adral bebezdin, vash b'chutz lebezdin. He says, "No, you make it take neder in bezdin." So, and to make sure the lacy kola v'lipo beudni. Beino kech David b'maisa. You know what he said? Rav Yehuda said to Rabbi Yirmiyah, let her take an oath in Bezdin, a neder in Bezdin, let her swear outside of Bezdin, v'leisli kola, and then word will go out, v'lipol, 1 second, budnoi, and then it'll come back to me, the be'ino, ke David v'maisa. So Rashi says, Kishmur Rav lahotzi milibon shel tamidav shel Rav kon Rav Huna bezdino shlo yimag v'ksub salmono. He says, I want word to go out that we do it because we want to dispel Rav's position. Rav says we can't impose we can't let an almona collect the ksuba, not with a neder, not with a shvur. Guf Amar Zero Amar Shmuel lo shanu ela balmona. Who do we say? Don't we let swear that's the almona? Why? Because she's more a heter. Because she'll justify that she to take of a grusha mashbin also. Ugrusha da'adrolo. What about a grusha if you make her take the neder? Yeah? It says the grusha you make take an oath. What about if she make a neder? Is the neder as good as an oath? V'asholchem itam ech palniso basploni kibilis gito min yoda da'acha bar hidyo. He says this woman, she received a get from Acha bar hidyo, the miskri ayo mori. Hear this? V'nodris v'ashes perish b'olam, and she made a neder. So what do we see from that? We see from there that a neder, that even the grusha could take a neder. Because over there we're talking about a get. The only thing that she took from the ksuba previously was a coat. Glufkra is a coat. You see, Rashi says kuta. Kuta. The sefer tilim echad, sefer umemshalos bluim. Umemshalos bluim. And what? And sefer mishle, which is blue, it means it's worn out. Shamnum, and we evaluate it. B'chamisha dinar.
No, she took this outside.
No, which means that's what she took from the estate.
But she took it outside. She took the swear outside the fence, not in the base game.
No, it says she made a neder. A neder.
Where? Outside, right? Not in front of the court. And the word went out. Is that correct?
No. Here this was regular in the court. In the court. Yeah, and they evaluated it was 500. Shetovali yezchem agavoa es ashor. And when she comes to Bezdin, Hagavua shall pay the difference, pay the balance. Okay. Amar Avashe, who get Yivom? It wasn't a get. Hear this? It wasn't a get Isha was get Yevomim, it was Chalitza. In terms of a get, where a woman's married with a man, where everything's available to her,
Right.
so we're concerned she may have taken.
Right.
She doesn't get away with a neder. She has to take a shvur.
Right.
But it's here, she was never in his house. She's a Yevoma, he gave her Chalitza. So again, what do you don't make her take the oath. There's no reason to take her an oath.
But the question still stands because she is entitled to the first ketubah, right? Not the ovens, not the ovens, but the first ketubah. So you still have the question, is that correct?
No, she says she's an almana. She's an almana here. So if she's an almana, who's she collecting the ksuba from?
It should be the first one.
So it's good? It's good?
Yeah.
The kasha was, by Grusha we say she has to take an oath. I hear you have a get, she's Grusha, she's taking an oath, she's taking a mega netter.
Right.
Here it's speaking about she's getting chalitza, so who's she collecting the ksuba from?
Yeah, who is it?
So she's collecting as an almana, right? She's collecting the ksuba from first estate. Hiskim Rebbe Gamliel, Azog Shay, no deris. Omer Afuna Lo Shonel Bishlo Nisis. That's only if she didn't get married. Meaning after she collected ksuba, she didn't get married. Avol Nisis, Emadir Nosa. But let's say she already married a third party. What, because the problem is, what happens if she gets married? No, the new husband, he'll be made for the nether. He'll nullify the nether. If she didn't get married yet, you say, you know something, take an oath, take a nether, an oath, not an oath, a vow.
Right.
Okay, see, so good.
But
if let's say she got married already to another party, and now she comes to the ksuba from the previous marriage, they'll say, make a nether. And she makes a nether, the husband will nullify the nether. So again, so she's not bound. This is my time. What's the reason if she gets married? Why won't we impose the netter, the vow? So he answers. The Gemara says, my time, oh Lord, the mefer lo, because the husband, the new husband, will mefer. And if she doesn't get married, let's say she makes the netter before, then subsequently she gets married. The husband again will be mefer.
Yeah.
A the husband could only nullify a net that existed, came into being after the marriage.
Right.
But a net that preceded the marriage, not. And then should go to a chochem to be mated the netter.
If I do.
The chochem will not nullify the net unless she articulates the net. She doesn't say, I have a net, I'm not permitted to do this. So the chochem is going to ask her, how did all this come about? So the moment he hears what happened, he's not going to nullify it. If Nachman feel nisis, even if she got married, nisis vade, meifel or baal, so of course verses. But if she got married, the new husband will be meifel in neder. The majilo barabim. If you make it in the presence of a minyan, right? In the presence of a midran, that neder cannot be nullified. That neder cannot be nullified. Okay. Meisvei nisis govek subos. It says she gets married, she collects a ksuba im nodra. My love, nodra hashto. It seems to be she made the after she got the nodra beikor. She made the netter before she got married. I but nisis no deres of govek subos. It says nisis she makes the netter after she gets married. Tanoi tzmachloi. Bikol man diyom neder should be rabbi yeshlo hafara. One opinion is netter that's made in a public setting. The husband could nullify it. Igdi man diyom ein lo hafara. Iboilu tzorch lefardes neder in tzorch. When she goes and is mat the netter, does she have to articulate the netter or not to define what it was? We said before, yes. Rav Nachman einu tzorach. You don't. Rav Popo amat tzorach. Rav Nachman einu tzorach. The amrit tzorach zimnin the guy is leili diburei. Right? Maybe dilma the guy is leili diburo. Rega. Yeah, we're talking about whenever a person's matin netter, do you have to articulate, not only here, whenever you articulate the netter, right, do you have to articulate it fully? Rav Nach says you don't have to. You know why? Because if you have to, what happens if mistakenly the person comes before the chacham doesn't say exactly what it was? So it comes out, the netter, the person believes the netter was nullified, it's not nullified. So therefore Rav Nach says you don't have to. The Amrit, Tzorich Dilma guy is like, maybe he'll abbreviate, he won't say it full. The chacham, right? The Shama Mefer, and what he nullifies what he hears. But factually, it's not a valid hafara. He says you have to. Shem al davar isa nodro. Because if you don't hear the full story, maybe it was just not a neder. She made a neder because something else was contingent on it. Tanan, hanosi noshim avero. Let's say a Kohen marries a woman he's not permitted to marry, a grusha. So how do you get him to divorce? How do you get the Kohen to divorce his wife? This forbidden relationship. Posul avero poslachi der hano. We say we disqualify him from the kuna until he makes a neder. The netter is if I have any relationship with her, I can't benefit from all the payers in the world, whatever it is, where it hurts. And if actually, if he makes the netter and he know there the oved, he goes and he makes the netter. We allow him to officiate the kohen. But when he's finished, Yored Megarish, he has to divorce her. If you can tell me he doesn't have to articulate the neder, the kohen, let's say, we say, whatever you want the neder, you don't have to articulate the full neder. He's not going to tell the story that he made a neder to force him to what? To divorce his wife. And that was the Majin Barabim. He made the neder in what? In a public setting. A neder that's made in a public setting, you can't be nullified. There's a difference if you make it in a public setting, or it says only if everybody is agreeable that should be nullified, then it's nullified. Could you get everybody to agree? They make a neder. This neder is in effect until all Klal Yisrael agree it should be nullified. So it's an impossibility. Imagine al das rabim. Das rabim. Kachyom hareinu madira usar al datenu. Even the one who says that if it's made in a public setting, you could be made for, you could be matin neder. Al das rabim ain't lo hafara. So Rashi das rabim means that's al das bezdin. It's based on what the bezdin believes. Okay, ain't lo hafara. Hani bilu dvar rishus. When do we say that? That's only for something that's ordinary. But even a net is made up. Why? Because we could say with certainty the bezin would agreeable. If the reason why you want to be mefer is for do a mitzvah, they're agreeable. But it's not for that, just for monetary reason, they're not. Mikri Daraki. Listen to the story. There was a Cheder Rebbe. The Ajra Afun al Das Rabim. The Rebbe used to beat up the kids. You hear this? Elementary school Rebbe used to beat up the children, so they want him to stop. So they made him make a neder that if you touch a kid, you're not permitted to eat fruit for the next 20 years. That's the only way he's going to stay. We can't go in your house for the next 20 years. So the only way they could. So what happened? The Pasha Biyunuki, Bahajre, Ravino, the Dayan Kavasa. This. Then afterwards they went and they were made for the neder. Why? Because they couldn't find his. With all his faults, they couldn't find as good a Rebbe. That was such a good educator. He was a monster Rebbe. So they made it net al das rabbi, but it says, but here it's for the sake of a mitzvah. They would nullify it. Rashi's Chofta and Yosman used to beat him up too much. He used to hit the kids too much. It says Rav Nilil legislated that Eidim they sign on a get for the sake of Tikkun Olam, because if the woman later comes with a get and there's no signature, you can't substantiate this, you can't locate the witnesses, so she can't get married. So he said, even according to Rabbi Loza, you should have Eidim on the get. They Tikkun Olam Daraisi. What are you talking about? Tikkun Olam. Dechsiv v'kosav b'sei v'chosum. Says it has to be signed. Same like we said, Rabbi Loza holds Eidim Mesira Karsi. Rabbi Loza said, what gives the get its force? If the transfer is witnessed. So what happens if Eidim Chasima, Eidim Mesira die? The witness who witnessed the transfer from the husband to the wife, they're not here. What do? Well, let's say they go overseas. You got a problem. So you get those witnesses to sign, and therefore, like Tosa says before, if this witness signed, we could assume with certainty that it was given in the presence of witnesses. Eide Chasim Karsi Tikin Rabban Eide Chasim and they Tikin Olam. The Zimna Maisi Sadi. Inami Zimna the Asli. Sometimes the witnesses may die, or Zimnin the Asli. When you say what happens? They go overseas. The person wants to remarry, and doesn't claim he never gave her the get. So by having the witness on the document, that will allow her to get married. Rav Yosef Amafil Tim Rameir. Here this even quote Rameir. So question: Rameir was Eid Chasima Karsi. What is the get? Its force. It's the Eidim who signed. This Kiddush Eidim Farshim Shmosem Begitin. They take all meaning. Whatever their names are, the witnesses, they have to articulate and write all that. The Tanya Shono Yikosov and the Ploni Chasamti Aid. A person would say, "I am Ploni who signed on the document." If you're able to substantiate, to substantiate the witness, the signature by comparing signatures, apostle. Stop. Go to the mayor. It goes on. The person just said, I, Ruvain, am an aide. He didn't write his full name. So now when you want to substantiate, how do you find the guy? So you have to find another document that has a similar signature. It's very complicated. So they said, you have to write your full name. Ani, Chaim, Ben Yosef, all the information. So the moment you see the name, you'll be able to locate the person in the community. Yeah, that was the takona. They took an Ola. But a simon just as an allusion to who it is, it's not good enough because we're not going to be able to locate the person. So simon lo or Rav Tzair Kura. The different Amorim they would have like an insignia. One would write sign like he would write Rav. He would put a fish after his name. Picture of a fish. That was his sign. Rabbi Chanino Tzair Charusa, a mast of a ship. After his name, he put a mast of a ship. Rav Chizda Samach, he'd make a Samach. Rav Oshe Ayin writes Chizda Samach. Rav Oshe Ayin, Rabbi Barfu Tzair Makus. Makus is the best of the ship. Or it's what's the Charusa? Charusa, Rega. Charusa. Yeah. Makus is the sail. Charusa means a branch of a palm tree. That's charusa. Makusa is the sail on a ship. On that word, it's a shiny rabon de bikin simnayu meikora, because it was easy to locate them. It was known. If you saw that mast, you saw the sail, you knew exactly. But an ordinary person says, I so and so, whatever the sign is, they're not going to be able to locate him. Ma'afkina bediski. So how are we going to divorce her? So you have to go find other documents which have similar signatures, right? But it's much more difficult, right? Person writes Chaim Eid. Who's Chaim? You could have 1,000 Chaims. Okay, so what happens if you have that? You have to go seek out, try to find a matching signature. Hillel Tikkun Prusville. This is what? To prevent the debt
Loan for going.
for after Shemitah from being cancelled. Tanan Hosam, we learned in the Mishnah. Prusville Eidem Mishamit. If a prusville is written, it does the loan is not cancelled. Zechod Miradvorim Shiskin Hilaz Ogen Shros Om Chinim Lo No Zezet. Get this. People stop lending one another. It's the 7th year. A man comes and will borrow money. What happens if the end of the year passes, he doesn't pay? It's cancelled. So people said, we're not lending. See, so people stopped lending one another. Vovarol Mashkos Batayro. And they violated what the Torah says. You'll have something of ill in your heart, and it says that you're doing the wrong thing. See, he went and enacted a certain document with a certain text. What is the text of the prusville? I'm giving over to you, so and so, the judges, whatever debt I have, whoever it may be. I should be able to collect that whenever I choose to. And then the witness is signed below, or Eidim, or Zoikim, Midim, Doraisa, Mishametes, Shvius, Viskan, Hild, Lo Mishamto. Smares, how's it possible? The Torah says it's Mishamet, that it's cancelled. Hill went and created some kind of subterfuge. It shouldn't be Mishamet. How's it possible? Second, I mean, so Rashi, how could he approve something in the Torah? The Torah says it cancels. He'll creates a document that it's not canceled. Rabbi b'shvius b'zman hazeh, Rebbe, it's going Shvius today after the Churban Abayis. Shvius only rabbinical. It's only a rabbinical law. Rebbe the Tanya. Rebbe Omer v'zed varashmita shamot. Hear this? This is the word of the Shemitah, Shemot. You should cease collecting. B'shnei Shemitah Sakosam Davar. The Torah speaking to the two levels of Shemitah. Acha Shemitah's Karka, Acha Shemitah's Ksofim. One is leaving the land fallow and not being able to collect the monetary debt. B'zman shetam mishamit Karka. When you have to leave the land fallow on a Torah level, Atom Mishamit Ksofim. That's when the law of what Shemitah cancels the loan on the Torah level. B'zman she'ein mishamit Karka. But at a time where there's no Shemitah's Karka, like after the Churban, this is Rebbe's position. Atom Mishamit Ksofim. Yeah. So Rashi says today there's no Kedushas Haaretz, so therefore Shemitah doesn't apply. So according to Rebbe, the only reason why you can't work the land during Shemitah is purely rabbinical. So why did they say? So why, if not for the principle, why would it be canceled? Shvius doesn't apply today. He still shouldn't even almost as, but still rabbinically, it is in effect. So how do you circumvent it? How do you protect the debt? So people to stop lending one another. If in a Torah level, Shvius is not Mishamit. Do we find the Chamabul Machmid in the Torah? Torah says Shvius is not Mishamit because today it's not in effect any longer. Rabbinically, it should be Mishamit. Even the Rashi, he said, comes out the borrower is a thief. The borrower, by withholding the money, not paying the debt, he's stealing. Even though we say Hefker, better than Hefker. No, they do it. Because he's not stealing, is when you actively, he tells proactively you steal. Here the borrower is not lending, is not paying. Right? It's like not blowing Rosh Hashanah. Shofar Rosh Hashanah falls on a Shabbos. Right. Which is, a person's a Russian, is not blowing Rosh Hashanah. Right. Chazal tie his hands. Right. Same thing here. Chazal said, don't pay the debt. If the man doesn't write a pruzbul, Shvius comes and it ends, you don't pay the debt. So he's not a thief. Right? Finished. So he's not a thief because we say Hefker isn't Hefker. The money that you have, they say you have a right to keep the money. Hefker. There's the Hefker. How do we know the whole concept that the court is empowered to condemn property and transfer property? Where do we know this from? One who doesn't come within 3 days to take counsel from the Sorim and the Zkenim, Yechrom. All his assets are going to be condemned. Chayrim. Kol rechusha, Yechrom kol rechusha, v'yibodel and he's going to be excommunicated. All his assets are going to be condemned, and he himself will be outside of the machne. Persona non grata. Rabbi Lezer mehocher Rabbi from this pasuk. Ela nachshed nochlu eloza akoyin v'Yeshua ben Nun, Rosh ha'ovos, primayim Rosh v'etzlovos. What did the heads of the tribes have to do with the ovos? Lomalach ma'ovos malchinus b'neim. Just as a father, he passes on the inheritance to his son. Kol mashi yirtzu. They actually set up a whole inheritance system. On a Torah level, not.
I'm trying to understand what's going on here. He's supposed to come in 3 days to do what? I don't understand what he's transgressed, what he's done.
No, this time of Ezra. Yeah.
Talking about Shemitah at the time of Ezra?
No. Unrelated to Shemitah. Whatever. People had to come to Yerushalayim. He said, whoever doesn't, we're condemning all their money. That was a threat.
You mean the Chagim, they were supposed to come to Yerushalayim?
This is the time where they rebuilt the second base of Mikdash. The Jews didn't want to come. He said, we're not interested. So he says, whoever doesn't come, their property is condemned. So from there we see they have the ability to condemn property. Otherwise, how did they do it? Okay? Iboilu. Hiskin Hil Pruzul. Lidore, who Hiskin, when he enacted this document, was it for his generation? Dum Lidore Almanami, or even future generations. Mine afkamino, liftule. Right? Could you actually annul it? If Bezdin chooses to nullify the tag, so if the Bezdin chooses to annul it, they annul it. If you want to say even he is misaken for future generations, which is not possible. The latter Bezdin can only annul the previous if they're greater in number and in wisdom, which that's not the case. They're not. So was it for his generation or for future generations? Toshma, Domay Shmuel Lakasin Pruzbel Ella Ibeidina de Surah, Ibeidina de Nerdo. You can only write the Pruzbel either it's coming out of the Bezdin of Surah or Nerdo. Isol Dori Almo Nami Tikun. If you say he was Misakin even for future, but they didn't him, right? Bishar Beidin Nami Lichtu. So why is it limited to Surah and Pupadiso? Right? These two particular communities. Dilma Kitikil Pruzbel Hillel Dori Almo. He was Misakin for what? For future generations. Go Beidina Didei, like his Bezdin. That's the Bezdin of what? Asura and Pumadiso. I mean, that's the caliber. Ravasi Dalimi Lafkui Mamona Avukulamlo. Okay, we'll stop here today.